Well, you never really know what's going on in people's lives, given that we spend so much time online, right? You really can't tell what's going on behind the scenes. So with today's topic, how good will you allow your life to get? Embrace your next chapter. I'm going to be sharing what's been happening in my own life and what's been changing. So let's go back to a couple weeks ago. Well, a couple weeks ago, Friday, October 13th. I'd had enough of feeling out of sync with my own natural happy self, right, due to the cumulative changes since 2020, which not only was happening in the coaching industry, but the business world at large, right? But really how to readjust, how to get your footing, right? And I had some very personal losses that included my father passing away in February 2021, and my soul dog, Mojo, passed away in May of 2022 after 17 wonderful years with him. And my 32-year-old son chose to pull away in early 2022 from our close relationship due to his own existential crisis, right? And has kept his distance since, regardless of my attempts to connect. And then my mother passed away a few weeks ago, in fact, September 30th to be exact, after a long battle with cancer at 87 years old. So to say the least, I've had some major foundational losses in the last few years. That'll make anybody, right, a little unstable, right? Emotionally and otherwise. Whew. So that night on Friday the 13th, I took my sweet dog Ruby for a walk in Hermosa Beach, which is not too far, right, from where I'm at here in Malaga Cove. And in that walk that night, it was a beautiful, warm, evening. I came to realize the impact that these changes had on me, right? Given the loss of my mother being the last straw. Whew, right, is I realized how disconnected I was from myself, people, my vitality. I was in survival mode and I wanted vitality mode. I dealt with all this, right, with dignity and positivity as I normally do. It's kind of my normal. While behind closed doors, I was feeling sad and numb and confused. However, a light at the end of the tunnel began to happen when my mother came to me 2 days after her passing with a simple but profound, intuitive message that said, "Celebrate my life, please don't mourn." And what did that do for me? And it was a very subtle, kind of soft, right, message, but boy, it was strong. And it became a huge liberation, right, and permission to me to go live my life the way that I once knew, right, with vigor and joy. And in that moment, I celebrated her and I celebrated my next chapter. Have you lost a parent? Both of them? It's a really weird feeling, right? Not having their presence anymore. So thanks, Mom, for the inspiration. This is dedicated to you today. So let's see, circling back to Friday, that Friday evening, is I had an epiphany also to reconnect with people in person and stop using the TV at night to buffer my sadness. Instead, go live my life the way I know how. So the next day on Saturday, I woke up really enthusiastic. So what did I do? I rearranged furniture, I cleaned up clutter around my office, and I created a new environment, right? New environment, and started fresh for my next chapter. And I also committed to initiate much more collaboration with women in business in the South Bay to grow our businesses. I want an infusion of creative, high-achieving, loving women as collaboratives, right? Collaborators, excuse me, and supporters. And if that's you, right, DM me and let's have a chat. So truthfully, 2020 to 2023 was really difficult on many levels. And I know every one of us had something happen, right, in those 3 years. That's what's been going on for me. So that's kind of the depth of my life in the last few years, and why life design in the next chapter is so crucial. So part of that, right, coming soon, and me going after my own desires and my own dreams, is I'll be offering you an opportunity to spend 6 days and 5 nights in stunning Tuscany, Italy in May 2024 at a very special Tuscan villa, thanks to my dear friend Rico Mandel, who is my co-host, where we'll be curating 6 life-changing days, and registration will be coming soon. Give me a heart, a comment below. Are you interested? Let me know and I'll put you on the list. So meanwhile, get yourself scheduled for a life design chat with me by filling out my short form at marladiane.com/life design. And we'll talk about your next chapter and how to get started. All right? Have a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are in the world. And think about following your joy if you're not already. Take care.